Peace. Hello, welcome to another video from Millbrook Proving Ground. Hopefully by now you see my video on the VW GTI TCR. If you haven't, go and watch it. It's a very frantic day here. It's kind of a mad dash to get in as many cars as you can, and you don't get very long with each one. But I did see an opportunity to do a cool little group test because two of the most talked about baby hot hatches are here today. In the blue corner, we have the Suzuki Swift Sport. 4-cylinder, turbocharged, 1.4 litres, 140 brake horsepower. Very much on the warm end of hot hatches, but still lots of charm. People say very nice things about it. And in the sort of crayon grey corner, we have the Ford Fiesta ST. Arguably one of the most praised cars of last year. People just can't stop raving about how amazing this thing is. They come in at about the same kind of price point. There is a bit of a horsepower discrepancy, but these cars are not about power, we know that. So I'm gonna have a quick go in both of them and sort of give you my thoughts on which one I like best. Disclaimer, this is a very quickly shot video, okay? We don't have much time with these cars. For the love of God, please don't make any purchasing decisions based on what I'm about to say. Go and read some stuff from people who know what they're talking about. But I'm gonna give you a quick first impression on how they feel on a nice little twisty road. So here we are, Ford Fiesta ST. I've been so excited to drive this car. This represents everything I love about hot hatchbacks. I don't need 300 horsepower. I just need a really good chassis, a nice sounding engine note. I'm in the right car. First impression, the driving position is beautiful. These Recaro bucket seats are some of the nicest seats I've ever been in. I'm so tightly held in position, but it's very comfortable at the same time. I'm not being squeezed. Driving position is good, nice and low down, pedals and steering wheel perfectly positioned, really adjustable. Ford does this thing where they make their steering wheels kind of like spongy and squishy, and you wouldn't think it would work, especially in a performance car, but it's actually really nice. Here we are, into the hairpin. Get the nose in. Oh, grip. Yes. Oh God, this thing is so fun. It's just, it feels tiny. It feels absolutely tiny. Super flat through the bends. Good brakes. Oh, it's so rewarding. It sounds brilliant. You know, maybe it's because I'm a city boy and I grew up somewhere where you spend half your life sat in traffic, but nothing gets me more excited about a car than low speed thrills. I think that's one of the best things that a car can have, the ability to make normal driving or, you know, normal speed driving exciting. And this car is one of the best at that I've ever experienced. And a road like this that perfectly represents a really nice twisty English B road, you would never get out of this car wishing that you had more power or rear wheel drive or anything different. It is just the perfect English road B road blaster. Okay then, out of the Fiesta ST and straight into this, the new Suzuki Swift Sport. Not a bad day I'm having. On paper, this shouldn't be that close. While these cars do cost the same, there's something near a 60 horsepower discrepancy. However, to say that the car with the most power is the winner would be to completely miss the point of cars like these. That being said, it's going to take something approaching a miracle for this car to come out of this little group test the winner, because I may have just fallen madly in love with that Fiesta ST a second ago. But people say very nice things about this car too, so let's see what we've got. First things first, driving position a little bit more ordinary, let's say. I'm definitely higher up. I'm not being hugged by the seats quite so much, but it's perfectly fine. I like the wheel, it's leathery. Right, let's see if we can hang on to this BMW M850 that's up in front, which may sound like a crazy thing to say, but this is a narrow, twisty little section of road, and he's not going to be able to use all of that V8, whereas I'm using all of my power all the time. Immediately noticing this thing's not quite as sharp as the Fiesta. It's a little bit more rolly in the corners. I don't actually mind that too much. It kind of adds to the sense of speed. The engine's got plenty of character. It makes an okay noise, not quite as fizzy and exciting as that Fiesta ST's 3-cylinder, but really nice. And it's revvy as well. It's a very small turbocharger on this thing, so you don't really deal with turbo lag. If anything, it feels like a small, naturally aspirated engine. I mean that in a very positive way. Whoa, slightly too quickly into there. Fortunately, the brakes are good. Over the crest. Okay, the car may have not got airborne, but I definitely did. Well now, that was very interesting. Two wonderful cars, wonderful cars. God, I love baby warm hot hatches. You don't need that much horsepower, you just don't. and they're perfect proof of that fact. To be honest with you, I wish I'd driven this. There's a brass band playing over there. I'm gonna move somewhere else, shall I? As I was saying, God, I wish I'd driven that Suzuki Swift first, because if I'd driven that first, I would have gotten out of it saying, what a lovely, good-hearted little warm hatchback. Yes, it rolls around in the corners, and yes, it's not that pokey, and it doesn't actually sound that good, but it tries its hardest. And I'm not taking the piss, I really do think it's a fantastic little car. 140 horsepower, you've got your foot planted to the floor the entire time, grinning like an idiot, just wrestling the wheel. It's a lot of fun, it's a lovely little car. Also, would be a great daily. It's got tons of room inside for a small car. Like, even a giant freak of a man like me, I had a ton of headroom left. Really nice car. However, that Fiesta ST is just a completely different question. I mean, it's so amazing. The seats are some of the best I've ever sat in, and that's before you get onto the unbelievable chassis, the incredible, lovely little fizzy sounding 3-cylinder engine, the beautiful steering, the driving position. Oh, it's a masterpiece. It's an absolute joy to drive. You've got 911s, R8s, all sorts of things here. I'm telling you, you couldn't have more fun on that road in any other car that's here today. For an English B-Road blaster, it's the best thing that there's ever been. It's amazing. So yeah, that's my thoughts. It's not close, unfortunately. Suzuki Swift, great little car, charming, entertaining, it's quite amusing to drive. The worst thing about it is that it's not the Ford Fiesta ST, because that thing is tasty. Cheers.